called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flounder.
Well, I guess. I think it should be Dr. Parker, but... All right, here we are. Another fun-filled episode of Frosty Dinghy coming your way. Flounders here, Caged Dolphin. Cobe, how you doing? What's going on?
It's been a rough day. Had to drive all the way to Marshalltown, but in Marshalltown tradition, since it is a shithole, as it is, it was pouring down rain to the point where you couldn't see anything, which wasn't really a major issue, except for there's this one hill you come over on the highway right before you get into town. On your right-hand side, there is a gravel road that's, well, probably, I'd say well above a 45-degree angle, and it was raining so hard that it washed all the dirt, and there was about 8 inches of water across the whole road right there. So when you're at highway speed and you pop to the top of a hill, you don't expect there to be water on top of the hill. So instead of hydroplaning into the ditch, I just swerved at the guy in the other lane and made him move over as I slid through the water. Just saying. It was fun.
Nice.
Fun for the whole family. But I did get to see Dad, so that's
Well,
a
that's
positive.
good.
That's one step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So how was your day? Anything fun and exciting out there?
No, just, fun-filled little Sunday. We went shopping in the city, drove over there, had some food, ate at Qdoba. I don't know if I think I had Qdoba once before. It was pretty fucking good. I had this, fucking rice bowl thing, and had some habanero lime steak in there, and some jalapenos, and some queso, and some other shit. It was pretty goddamn good.
So what is Qdoba?
I don't know. It's like a franchise fast food Mexican thing, I think.
I've never
Tex-Mex
heard of
thing.
it.
Yeah, well, you need to check it out. I'll see if I can't find one in the Des Moines metro market for you, and I'll send you the address, and you can give it a shot. They do burritos and rice bowls and I don't know, other shit, tacos. Pretty good. I would suggest the nachos and queso. The queso is, a lot of quesos, they're kind of thin, kind of runny, You dip your chip in them and they just kind of run off and, your chip's coated, but this is like thick and it sticks to it. Pretty good.
So basically you just needed a spoon in the bowl of queso is what you're saying.
Well, you could get away with that, yeah. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, their tortilla chips are pretty good too. A little salty maybe, but overall, I would actually eat at Qdoba again. I might go back there. Now that I work in the city, yeah, it might make my list of things I go out and get to eat every now and then.
See, we got La Cabana here and Sombrero. Sombrero I'm not a fan of, but everybody else seems to like it. But what do? We used to have four Mexican restaurants in Newton, and you know how big Newton is. Not very. So there's a lot of competition, and Cabana seems to have won, in my opinion. But everybody else thinks it's Senor Tequila was the best one.
I remember there was one kind of south of the I think it was south of like the car dealership on the highway that was pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
we're going back. We're going back.
That's the one that moved uptown.
We're going back about 18 years at this point. Still, my favorite was the Chinese buffet that was in town. I don't know, Growling Panda or some shit like that.
Panda Garden. It's still here.
Yeah, that was pretty fabulous actually. Always one of my favorites. But yeah, I mean, Qdoba's you'll find it in Des Moines. Newton's probably not big enough. It's a national brand. It's fairly famous.
I can tell as much as I've heard about it. What, about 35 seconds of it now? Must be the famous thing.
Well, it's the cool thing, which you don't know anything about cool, so that's why you've only heard about it for 35 seconds.
Hey, you're only cool because you have kids that tell you what to do.
I am the coolest. I am the coolest thing you talk to all week.
Probably.
It's probably why you got me doing this. That way you have that way I have no choice but to spend an hour or two talking to you every week. So that way you feel cool.
I appreciate it. I definitely the only way I have friends. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But so you had another comment posted on your wings that answered your question. Did you have a time to?
No, I didn't. I did not see it.
It says so they're not as dry.
So I did them. Actually, that's what I did again tonight was the 0 to 400 wings. I guess I didn't think they were too dry, but you know, I coat them in sauce, you know, buffalo sauce and barbecue sauce and shit like that. And I guess maybe I'll give it a try and see if they're better. But I mean, the 0 to 400 seems to work. They get crispy, and they're a hell of a lot easier than actually pan frying the motherfuckers. So,
Well, you
you know,
got everybody's grill's a little different as well.
yeah. So, like I said, I use the pellet grill, put them on cold, turn it to 400, 30 minutes, flip them, 30 minutes, pull them off, coat them, eat them. Only did.
So I had to.
we
Go ahead.
we went to Sam's today, and I got the 5-pound package of the thawed out wings. So it wasn't like I had to thaw them or anything. I just give them a quick wash, salt, pepper, garlic, throw them on. They're good.
Outstanding. So did you happen to look at any of the other comments that got thrown on all of these TikToks and shorts and stuff I've been throwing out there? Any about the theories and stuff like that?
A little bit. So I fully admit I do not get on the YouTube. Up until yesterday, I don't think I knew we had a Frosty Dingy Facebook page. I just saw you sharing it.
You've been invited like 4 times, so.
Well, that tells you what I think of invites. You know, I think it was me and Groucho Marx that said, I don't want to be a member of any club that wants me in as a member.
So the reason I brought it up is there's an alternate fan theory for John Wick. Did you see that one by chance?
No, I did not.
So instead of going with the route from Point Break, he's looking at the fact that it was Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And when instead of the alternative where he goes on the time travel, he actually gets put in military school. And and John Wick is the outcome of Ted going to the military school.
I like that one. I like that one better than the Johnny Utah one, actually. It makes me sad because that means if Ted goes to military school, Bill and Ted's bogus journey never happens and they never battle death. So I guess we just disproved that because they went on to battle death. And we know this because of Bill and Ted's bogus journey.
I don't know. I haven't gone down that far. That's what I was asking you for. So
yeah, I mean, you know, if Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is the only Bill and Ted movie you've ever seen and the only one you believe exists, I guess I could see where you could take it that way. But Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey exist, and yeah, they meet Station. Station makes the most awesome robots.
You're missing the part where it's an alternate universe. So it's into the John Wick universe, not the Bill and Ted universe. It splits at the military school.
Oh, are we getting in all these fucking multiverse things?
That one goes into the multiverse. I'm telling you, it's a divergent spot. So in one direction, they keep going on the path, and the other one, they go the other way.
I didn't know we were going to start talking. I didn't know we were going to start talking about your favorite boy band.
Which one?
One Direction. I just heard you say One Direction.
I said in One Direction. Which I guess that would be like normal boy band.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I got it now. We're
your
good.
Favorite boy band.
All right. I think we need to get back in sync here and just go bye past that theory. So another theory I came across while I was researching that one, which I like a lot better for the John Wick story, is after the Matrix movies, they have to reinsert Neo back into the Matrix. So this time, that John Wick is the persona that they put Neo into to keep him preoccupied so he doesn't look for a way out again. So that way he gets to use all of his brain power in being John Wick and constantly fighting things so he doesn't try fighting against them again.
Huh.
So it's actually John Wick is actually Neo.
The Matrix is a fucked up movie. That's a fucked up scenario, and I don't know if I like any of it.
You don't like the Matrix?
You sent me I love the movie, but you sent me the one today that was like funny. They released the Matrix in 1999, and shortly thereafter, landlines died.
Well, that's because they showed us how to get out, so now the Matrix is getting rid of how we get out of everything.
Yeah, so did I lose you again? Fuck.
No, I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, so I don't know.
Went anywhere.
The Matrix is amazing. It's an amazing movie. uh, it's just too fucked up to like talk about because it's fucked.
How is it fucked? The fact that we're in it, or the fact
Because
that they made the movie about
yeah,
what we're in?
both. Like legit. Give me a second here. Yeah, it's almost too eerily real. I don't know. I'm a non-believer of things of higher powers besides like the sports gods. I don't know. I believe in multiples. I don't believe in singular. I don't believe the Bible.
Yeah.
I think it's all bullshit. But there is something. I don't believe that most of the humans believe in what is right. And I don't even know if I believe in what is right. But the Matrix scares me because that is kind of where we're headed. Like this whole AI deal, like there's potential there to fucking kill us all. These fucking computers are getting too advanced. And it's happening very fast, and I don't like it.
So
at the same time,
what?
I think it's important that. So I would say this is going to be along the same lines as how I feel about things like gun control. I think it needs to be taught in school. I think you should need to teach gun safety. I think you need to teach AI to school kids and teach them how to use it properly and to respect it for what it is, because it's something that could be abused and could end up killing people probably.
So are you in the belief that AI development is along the same lines of the nuclear development back in the day, that it's a race to figure out who gets it first is who's going to control the outcome of it, like which country develops it first?
Yeah, I don't think it matters what country develops it first, because ultimately it's going to be the computers that decide who do what.
But the base information will come from the beliefs of whatever data is being uploaded into it to begin with.
The computers will start finding their own data. They're that smart. So unfortunately for countries like North Vietnam that don't believe in letting the internet have its way, AI won't side with them, because there's like very little pro North Vietnam shit out there on the internet, because North Vietnam doesn't really allow the internet that much, to my understanding. So
You mean
why
Korea?
would there be? Korea, whatever. Who cares?
North
Whatever.
Korea?
Yeah.
Well, it's a huge difference between the two countries.
So anyways, yeah, I don't think it's going to matter what country advances it first, because it's going to learn whatever it can learn. If we want to stop AI from learning, we need to turn off the internet and stop giving it information.
So you don't feel there's any way to stop it now? It's already gone too far.
Oh no, we got way too much information out there for it to learn from.
So that kind of goes into the predestined outcome then, to where there's nothing we can do to stop it, so it's going to run regardless and go whatever direction it goes.
Well, that's
we have
why
no
I don't
input
think
in that.
That's why I don't think it's predestined, because it's going to find whatever it wants to find. You ever gone into a weird whatever it's called on TikTok analytics or whatever, where it takes you into this weird deep sea talk, or it's fucking whatever, where it takes you off onto this strange fucking tangent, and that's all you get for videos. I mean,
I've never had that.
That's how computers work. They will find whatever they want to find. If they think it's popular, they'll run with it. Yeah, I don't like any of it, but it sure is handy, because I had my Copilot 365 write me up an entire spreadsheet I can use for making sure I like where my margins are at for all my products I sell. Like, it just pulls the information and gives it to me in a nice spreadsheet that I can read all at once. It's pretty fabulous.
So you love using it, you just hate what's going to come from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to take over the world by knowing what my gutter coil prices are, but I mean, there's other shit out there to learn from.
But what if your gutter coil is what the new economy is based off in the computer land, because it gave you good prices?
Well, then I have an excellent advantage over the rest, because we have a lot of gutter coil right now. And if you want your gutter coil, come to us at QXO on Mason Street, and you can buy your gutter coil.
So we'll have to say that the next comment's worth at least one roll of gutter coil then. Have you seen what's going on overseas right now, where a majority of a certain culture at 34 years old have claimed that they're, I believe they said 40% virgins, and they're having an intimate relationship with AI.
That's
So it's
weird.
Yeah, I just heard that one today.
You know, I used to just call that watching porn and having a jerk, but whatever you want to call it, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's apparently the population is about to hit a major decline, and they're worried about their society collapsing to the point where they're trying to not really import because that sounds a little bit off, but they're trying to find ways for other males from other cultures to move to that country to help curb the population decline, because the guys that are there are not interested in that anymore.
Well, maybe. You know what?
And if I tell you the country, you're going to be so surprised. You'll
probably
be
like
so surprised
China
on
or
which
Japan.
country it is.
Probably
It's
like China
Japan.
or Japan.
And
Yeah.
And most of your history searches, I figured that I'd just hold the country back from you a little bit so you didn't feel as bad.
Yeah, no, I just don't know what to say about that. It's
United
I don't know
States
what
is
to
in a
say.
decline as well, but it's not as bad. It's not
Well,
good,
I
but it's
think
not as bad.
so. I think the decline in the United States is partly because there's less family farms. You know, they're 50, 60, 800, 80 years ago, families were having 12, 15 kids because they needed people to work on the farm. They needed to keep doing that to keep the farm populated, right? Part of it came with the proliferation of, like birth control and fucking rubbers and shit like that. Like, it's like, I remember it seemed like very early on, the only place you could get rubbers was like the quarter machine in the bathroom of some like special fucking gas stations. And now you can go pick them up at Dollar General. So I think maybe
from
that has
the research that I've gathered, is it's usually the extremely populated cities that when you stack people on top of people on top of people on top of people, like in major apartment complexes and stuff like that, it diminishes them wanting more people around, where the farm communities and stuff like that are still having the kids because they're not all piled around that many people. So they're not tired of people.
And like I said, I think our metropolitan city areas are getting to be more people, and our farm populations are getting less and less. People are choosing to move to the cities again because of the fact that's where you can get the most, for lack of term, bang of your buck, right? I live out here in a little tiny town that barely has a grocery store. It's got a Dollar General like every other small town in America. But
and the best Casey's in Iowa.
All right, so we'll go back to Casey's in a second because I got something to say about Casey's.
No, I know. I just threw that out there. Yeah.
But like, there's not the option here for me to call in a food order and just in a couple hours go pick it up or have it brought to me, right? If I don't feel like cooking tonight, my only real option in town is fucking Casey's. Like, the options are not there in this little dinky ass fucking town. Where if you get, even Newton's it would feel like a fucking huge upswing compared to fucking this town. Like, I mean, realistically, how many different
DoorDash now?
I mean, realistically, in Newton, there's Pizza Hut. Is there a Pizza Ranch?
Yeah.
It used to be a Godfather's. So I've already just listed.
In a gas station.
Well, that's still 3 better pizza choices than Casey's. There's a Domino's, which we can argue
We got
about.
Pizza Hut back.
Yeah, so
Domino's sucks, but we got Pizza Hut back.
So now, I mean, now you have choices, and I'm pretty sure they almost all deliver even. Here in my town,
I said a minute ago, DoorDash.
Yeah.
DoorDash delivers everything in Newton now. You can get anything in Newton.
Right. So And that's not something you have in this little small ass town I live in right now. The options aren't there. So I think, the Industrial Revolution and all that allowed people to move away from the big cities that weren't on farms because of the way things worked. It allowed it. It used to be if you had to live in New York City or Philadelphia or Chicago to have fucking services. The Industrial Revolution changed that. The Sears catalog changed that. You could buy a fucking house to get built on any land you wanted or owned. So that
Now you can get one dropped off by Amazon.
Right. But that allowed suburbs and small towns to really grow. Now, these small towns and these suburbs, well, the suburbs are still plenty big, but the small towns, they don't have the services that these bigger cities and the suburbs have. So you got to make a choice. Do you want to have the services or do you want to live in a dinky ass town that has nothing or just a Casey's? So I want to talk about Casey's real quick and their pizza selection. I think they're missing the boat here, right? So I fully admit I do like the Casey's breakfast pizzas. I think they're spectacular. The other pizzas are shit, but the breakfast pizzas are really good. How do they not have a fucking, god damn it, why can't I think of the name right now? I'm blanking. The chorizo pizza. Why do they not have a chorizo breakfast pizza?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Because anything would be better than the sausage that they use. The sausage that they have is shit.
I
That's
like
why I don't
the
like the
sausage
sausage breakfast pizza. I don't like sausage on my pizza. I don't eat the sausage biscuits that they have in the morning.
Which is weird because you eat all the sausage up in the back alley. But
no, that's only for One Direction. We just went over that. Thought we were off that topic. I thought we went bye. And then
you got him off. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it was 98 degrees in that motherfucker. We had to do something.
Anyways, I think Casey's is missing out by not having a chorizo breakfast pizza. I think that's what's missing from there to really. You know what? That would get me. That would get me in the door is a chorizo breakfast pizza.
According to you, the breakfast pizza isn't what you have a problem with. It's everything else.
You're
so
right.
Shouldn't they address that?
Yeah, their other pizza is shit. It is terrible.
I just had a Supreme from there and I put some jalapenos on it and it was good for me. I don't know what.
Yeah,
do you need to have like a.
I just need to have it properly fucking cooked and cut. That's my problem.
Are you forgetting to tell them to put it back in for a second run?
I shouldn't have to. They're Iowa's they're the best. They're the best pizza in Iowa, according to them. They ought to know how to make the motherfucker.
Okay, so have you told them to run it through a second time so you actually get something you want to eat instead of slamming your head into the wall over and over, doing the same thing and expecting a different result?
If I go to a steakhouse and I tell them I want the motherfucker medium rare, I don't go tell the fucking cook how to cook the fucking steak medium rare. I just expect it fucking done. Yeah,
but if it comes out bad and you're spending that much money on a steak, wouldn't you
send that motherfucker back? Absolutely. So
what you're saying is you'd send it back, tell them to send it back through a second time and cook it right. Maybe you should try that with Casey's.
I shouldn't have to. It's fucking pizza.
You shouldn't have to send the steak back at the steakhouse.
I would have, but
by
occasionally.
God, you would.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I would.
Well, then tell them to cook the pizza properly.
I've even sent back ribs at Texas Roadhouse. Like, I love Texas Roadhouse ribs. I make good ribs.
I'd send back everything at Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse is horrible. It's worse than Casey's.
No, you're once again, as usual, you're wrong. But
I am not wrong. I'm never wrong.
Yeah. Speaking of you being wrong,
I am definitely anti Texas Roadhouse, 1,000,000%.
So
there's not a single thing there besides the rolls that I can even eat.
The rolls are fabulous. Speaking of you being wrong, we're going to go back.
Wrong, go ahead.
And I even commented
Jenny is
on the
biggest
video.
Villain ever.
Jenny was a victim
as a child. Yes, she was as a child.
You know what? Here's the thing. she went through things as a kid kids should not have to go through. That's going to scar them for life, that most kids, most people will never recover from. Most people never come back from that. They didn't have the help back then for the people that survived those situations. She did the best she could. You want to say, yeah, she tricked Forrest Gump into giving him a kid that might not even been his. I'm saying she saved that kid from a life of fosterhood and being bounced from foster house to foster house, being treated who knows how by having Forrest become the father. I'm saying she is the sad hero of the story. Forrest is the ultimate hero. He's the good guy. He's the ultimate good guy. Jenny is the broken down hero that does what needed to be done in the end. Not for herself, but for others, meaning her son.
So, what other theories about Forrest Gump do you have?
Well, I'm not sure. Like, how did all the shrimp boats go down in that storm besides his?
Because it was according to the movie, it was an act of God.
All right. So we're going to accept cinematography reasons in Forrest Gump, but not.
I'm just wondering what
New Testament God is all about forgiveness.
Forgiveness is never have to say you're sorry. Oh, sorry, wrong movie.
You should definitely
Just channel the
apologize for
little
that
Just
singing.
Friends. I don't know. My singing is perfect. I am got the voice of an angel. So I did find you another theory. Well, two of them actually. I believe two of them. I have to look to make sure I got it right. But they do have to do with the Big Lebowski.
All right,
one
cool.
Of your
I love the Big
favoriteest
Lebowski
movies ever.
Oh, 1998, Big Lebowski.
The easy theory to go with is, well, the easy first Donnie theory to go with is he is a figment of Walter's imagination that was made up from his Vietnam PTSD, because throughout the entire movie, no one else interacts with Donnie
besides
other
Walter.
than Walter, except for the dude one time. And when he says it, it was to patronize Walter, because he says, let me look really quick, make sure I get what he says right. I think it has to something along the lines of, where'd it go? That it says that the theory says that the dude knew about Walter's PTSD, though he just only dealt with Walter like Donnie wasn't there. And the dude only directly acknowledges Donnie once when he says, "Thank you, Donnie," which some interpret as a way to humor Walter and his delusions, because that's the only time that he speaks to Donnie or about Donnie. So that also brings at the end.
It seems like throughout.
Go ahead.
It seems like throughout the movie, Donnie is the one that tries to kind of keep Walter kind of centered, right? When Walter's going off on his tangents, it's Donnie that kind of tries to rein him in. So I can see where that is just the angel on Walter's shoulder, right, compared to the devil. I can see that. The dude and Walter are obviously good friends, and Walter has his demons from Vietnam. So I could see where it'd be real easy to be, maybe Donnie was a guy that served with Walter in Vietnam and didn't make it home, and Walter is still wearing that. So I could see where that could happen.
So I agree with you that Donnie was, if it's the PTSD theory, where Donnie was one of the peoples he served with, right? But could Donnie be a collection of everyone that Walter lost that he served with in Vietnam? And that's why
of course,
Donnie's shirt name always changes. That's why the bowling shirt name always changes.
Of course. I think God bless our veterans and those that served, especially in Vietnam, against their will. They went through things that most of us wouldn't ever want to go through or sign up for. Many of them lost people standing right next to them. My father-in-law was passed a while back. He lost a leg and other things to a landmine that someone else next to him stepped on. Obviously, the guy who stepped on the landmine didn't make it at all. Others passed away from that. My father-in-law got lucky. He, only lost his leg. Also had other injuries, but like Vietnam, that took a toll on those people that served over there, and that's we as Americans haven't, and I hate to almost go down this way, but we as Americans haven't taken care of our veterans. I mean, I think you and I have done what we can, you know what I mean? Like the ordinary people. But the government has not done its part to take care of the veterans of these wars that they've put them in. And as a country, we need to do better for the mental health, for these people because they deserve it.
I agree. They put their life on the line so we could have what we have. And the least that we could do is support them the way that they supported us, or the best that we can to help them out now that they're back, which is why I always promote, buying things or anything like that from the veteran organizations or the veteran-owned stores, that especially when it goes back to help the mental health facilities, and all proceeds go to like Wounded Warriors and stuff like that.
Absolutely. All right, so pause me real quick here, dude. I need to turn around so I have light.
No, turn around,
bright eyes.
Fucking every now and then I fall apart. I fucking need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever. You only were holding me tight. Be holding on forever.
All right.
We can make
So
it to the
that's
end
better.
of the night.
I noticed
me
last
singing
pod,
or me not singing?
both. I noticed last pod it got very dark on me in the end. So I thought maybe I would have to turn
slide
around
a little bit to, I'm guessing, your left. You need to turn. Okay, go
slide,
right there.
slide, slippity slide.
Yeah, there you go. If you sit in front of the window,
Perfect.
then it's not a glare over your shoulder.
That's right.
You need to adjust your camera a little more. Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
So so obviously,
I can work with it.
obviously, our veterans, we need to treat them better. Our government needs to treat them better.
So I don't know how the hell we got to hear off of the Big Lebowski theories. We might as well cover the other one while we're on, Big Lebowski theories. The theory that you love so much about the Lebowski. Well, the Donnie part of the Lebowski, anyway.
This one is my
Donnie
favorite.
is. It is your favorite. Hold on, I accidentally clicked a button. We'll have to get her back here real quick. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. I don't want to get the names wrong on this one. Where'd he go? There he is. It always fucks it up. There we go. I want to make sure I got the names right before we get into this one. There it is. That's the one I needed. All right. Danny McGrath from Billy Madison turns out to be Donnie. Do you remember how we get there?
Yeah, so Donnie McGrath, and I heard, to me, the one you listen to is missing a step. So Donnie McGrath becomes, in my opinion, Mr. Pink from Reservoir Dogs. I don't know if you remember him in that. He was the one that ends up leaving with basically everything because he's the only one left alive. But yes, then he becomes the serial killer from Caged, from the Nicolas Cage movie, Con Air, and then goes out to live in L.A. after he got off Con Air, off the plane, and became Donnie. And he killed every one of those guys in the bowling shirts to take their bowling shirts. That's why every bowling shirt has a different name. Garland Green is the serial killer from Con Air.
Yeah, and you notice that Danny and Donnie aren't that far apart, so when he adopted his new personality, once he got out to California, he kept it close. But the one thing about the theory, the original theory was that all the people that he killed were the bowling shirts that he had, right?
Yeah, you missed me saying that. I said that.
That's in the original theory.
Yeah, I said that.
No, I'm just clarifying it because the theory that I like a little bit better is every time you see him, he has a different bowling shirt on, meaning he hasn't stopped killing. So, because he wouldn't have been able to still have the bowling shirts from the original one because he got put in jail at Con Air. So, his
Right.
adopted quiet lifestyle that he's living now, he's still a serial killer. And
Oh, yeah.
he has a different bowling shirt because he's killing other people in the bowling league.
Yes. Or maybe not the bowling league he's in, but other leagues. Like, that's my guess is Dexter's going to get him here next season when Dexter moves to Los Angeles. But that's probably how, but anyways, like I said, to me, he goes from Billy Madison to Reservoir Dogs as Mr. Pink, and then Garlic Green and Con Air, and then Donnie in the Big Lebowski.
So you're bringing Reservoir Dogs into the mix with this theory as well, huh?
1,000%. That's where he gets caught and becomes the guy in Con Air, because he gets caught after he's Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs, because that was just too much death for someone not to get caught.
You still have zero volume on my side because you're uploading at 0%. So
yeah, whatever.
I bet you it's a great theory.
What I have learned is I just keep talking, and it all uploads and works out right in the end, anyways. So well, Kobe's bitch, biggest bitch in the middle. I don't know what's going on right now.
Hi.
This is getting old.
Got a little bit of volume. Have to buy you some satellite internet.
Yeah.
Some Starlink out there.
Welcome to Avoca fucking Iowa, where we don't have internet or water.
Well, just run a cord over there to Casey's and that Ethernet cable running.
Yeah, something. I've even updated my internet to the next service up, and it still hasn't seemed to help this.
She just said yes in a New York minute. She never tried the knot. Her heart wasn't in it. Just silently stood away. Never hung her hat up. At Kitty's place. Should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride. Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing the young girls' hearts. Apparently his internet don't like working at night.
It's called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flounder.
Well, I guess I think it should be Dr. Parker, but